everybody. Welcome back to a New Year's episode of Double M Motorsports. Want to wish everybody a happy New Year. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. Wife got me tons of stuff. You'll notice I've got a microphone on now, so maybe we'll have some better sound quality in the videos. I'm holding on to a new tripod. She got me this light stand here. This thing is pretty sweet. It's got all kinds of light functions on it to light up the car. I think I killed it last time. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, it's got all these lights that go around, they fold in, so you guys will be able to see what I'm working on. She also got me this light stick that has these hooks that come out. We can hang those on the car while we're working on it. It's also a really bright light. So she's getting me all set up for filming here in 2026, bringing you guys some better content. So we'll see how everything works out. I'm kind of playing around with it today. It came out, it is second week in January here. So we are been working on the car, been doing a bunch of welding. Put some gusset plates down here. This is a spot that always breaks. The weld on the car had a weld that was broken there. Got that fixed. The motor mount was broken weld down there. Got that fixed. And then this whole section back here, that had come unwelded and that had come unwelded. So I got all that fixed. We did a lot of work on the left rear. We moved that bracket up a whole entire notch. It used to be down here in this bottom one. We moved it up to the next one to increase our bar angle, the angle that we can get on this bar here. So that was the reason behind that. We got the chain reset, got the spring and slider reset, and we have chosen, we've got several shock options this year, but each option comes with stipulations. You can run AFCOs all the way around, which is the option that we have chosen, which still allows us to run 6,200 RPMs and keep our 2-inch spoiler on the rear. You can run the Bilsteins, which is what our plan was going to be prior. We're going to switch everything out to these Bilsteins here. If you run Bilsteins, you got to drop your RPMs to, I want to say it's either 5,800 or 6,000 RPMs, and you can't run a spoiler. And so we chose to switch everything back over to the AFCOs, do all brand new on every corner, and keep our spoiler, keep our RPMs. So we've been going through doing that, getting everything done. The bearings greased, cleaned, springs cleaned up. Just kind of checking everything over. I'm getting the chassis cleaned up, all the oil and stuff on it that splatters through it through the year, and then she'll get a fresh coat of paint to get her freshened up, get our top T-bars and stuff all painted up. And then as you can see, all the front decking is going to be redone. I've got these laid up here for my template. The side of the cockpit's going to get redone because I wanted to fix the shifter mountage, and that stuff was all just kind of getting old anyways. It was time for a replacement. New battery box is in. It's welded in there. I was going to move it up to here, but Scott had kind of suggested since we've already got it down there and the car's set up with it down there, we probably ought to just keep it down there. So, but I do have all new battery cables, all that stuff that's going to be going on the car. Cleaned out the fuel log, the filter inside of that. Got it all cleaned up. It's ready to go. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. So we're going to get this right rear knocked out. That'll be the last corner we have to hit. Get everything cleaned up and get some spray paint on it. And then I'm going to start making some body panels. got the coat of paint on here. Pretty much just putting lipstick on a pig. Rust prevention. Got that all on, looking sharp. Covering the welds on the battery box. Got the right rear done. New shocks on. I am hitting down here, and I got to looking at the old one, and I was hitting on that too. So once I get the car back on the ground, that may be something we need to address. Here's the old one here. You can see how I was hitting on that. Right rear, that's a pretty deep gouge. I mean, the shock was still working. It was still going in and out freely. Yeah, that's a pretty good score on there. So we're going to look at that when we get the car back on the ground. See if that's something we need to address. I did remake my front bumper. I didn't put it on film. I shortened it up a little bit to suck it into the car a little more. I had Mike make it a little too long, so I just chopped it and shortened it up, and I got a coat of paint on that drying. So next, we're going to start metal fab. I got 4 sheets of brand new metal upstairs. I'm going to start getting this cockpit made so we can get that buttoned up, and then we'll start on all the panels. We'll start making the decking. You know, I got everything stacked over there, ready to take apart and hammer out, so we can get it all traced out and cut out. So let's start trying to figure out this cockpit. All right, so we've got the lower piece, we've got the upper piece, and something like that. And we're going to start hammering this stuff out. I always hammer everything flat, and then I'll use the piece to make what I need. So this is the bottom. We'll start with it first. Let's get her all hammered out as flat as you can get her. little update. We have got the sidewall in. I think it's going to work. I've still got to cut out a little bit of the bottom piece of that hole there. I made this 2 separate pieces, kind of like I did last year. Was able to scoot this over 3.5 inches. Give me a little more room over here. I'm thinking about putting my on-off switch in there. And then I've just got to figure out how to reconfigure the dash. This, I think, is in a little too far. And I may have to trim a little bit off the top up here. I'm not quite sure. I'll wait till I get the decking in here to kind of decide on that. But I think I'm going to have to just a little bit. I think the decking kind of rakes in, and I've got that level there. So that is the finished product there. That was a pain in the rear, and I'm sure it's not near as good as what other people can do, but I'm happy with it, and it'll work. So it feels a lot more sturdy than what I had there last year. So we'll see how she works. On to the next project. All right, there we go. This is going to be my stopping spot for the night. I'm out of propane, so the heater's stopped. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. But I got all the decking on, made without a break on my table with my middle bar there. And didn't turn out too bad. Those without a break, you know, you can't get a tight seam, but it still looks pretty good. It's just going on a racetrack. So yeah, you can see there, it doesn't get tight, which, I mean, it's kind of a pain in the rear because dirt gets down in there and stuff. But I just wanted to get all that stuff done, and then we got the cockpit all done, minus finishing cutting out the hole here for the shifter to go down in there, but everything else on there is done. Sidewall's done, it's all connected. Kind of have the dash back in. Trying to decide if I want to put the on-off switch down here, because I extended this out quite a ways, which ought to give my shifters more room to move back and forth. So I might mount the on-off switch down there, but then again, I might just go ahead and keep it up here to where if something happens, somebody else can reach it if I'm incapacitated or something. So anywho, that's going to be a wrap for this video. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.